Welcome to Wild Roots. Hey, I'm Joe.
I'm Mona.
We're the owners of Wild Roots, and we're excited to be on this tour with you. So as we walk around this property, we're gonna treat you as if you're right here with us, telling you the ins and outs of everything we would do if you were physically in person. So first off,
Congrats on your engagement.
congrats on, yes, exactly. We love that you're considering a wedding, celebrating with friends and family. In fact, you know, one of the things that you're gonna find that's different about this property as we walk around is that we had a real gathering in mind when we built this place. Like, how do we bring people together and really cherish those moments versus the kind of wedding that you and I had 25 years ago, where we were like we had, what was like 4 hours?
4 hours.
In and out,
Yep.
had to get everything done, clean up and gone. It was a blur. I can't even remember who was in at the wedding. So this place, I know you had a different vision.
Yeah, I just really wanted people to be able to have experiences with their family. This is such a special time where everybody's there to celebrate you. And I know that it's top of mind for a lot of people getting married to really have their folks enjoy and create these special memories together. So that's what Wild Roots is about. You're gonna see those elements throughout. We'll speak to them a bit, but let's start by showing you some ceremony sites.
And one of the things that's unique about Wild Roots, unlike a typical venue rental, is that you want to think of this place as a big Airbnb. You really are renting out 45 acres, and we're here to make sure everything goes great for you. So there's a lot to explore that you're going to see, and there's 4 ceremony site options that we really have, 3 that are our favorite, so we'll show you those.
All right, so for all ceremony sites, they're basically going to enter in the same way. The first one we are coming up to is our pond ceremony site. This is the newest one that we've added. And this pond ceremony site's really cool. I mean, you could use the cedar benches, you could use the white chairs. Some folks use it for a cocktail hour. Doesn't necessarily have to be where your ceremony is at. A lot of folks also like to take pictures here because the sun sets behind them. But we've set this one up so that you can see what it looks like when folks are having a wedding here. Imagine if you had a bigger wedding, there'd be a lot more benches. These benches sit about 5 people to each bench. But yeah, just greenery throughout. You got an awesome pond in your background. So for our water folks, this is really a good option for you.
Yeah, as Mona said, we got plenty of cedar benches. So whether you like the cedar, the white chairs, we can make this look however you want it to look.
Yep.
But
Have a couple arches, 150 white chairs that you can use. So yeah, lots of good options here.
Yeah.
But let's go see the next site. Walking this way, one thing, you know, on your wedding day, just so that you know, you're definitely going to want to tell folks to wear good shoes, no stilettos. You're also going to get your steps in. So that said, some folks really like that they're able to use our ATVs or a golf cart. So you'll have access to 2 of those. If you have any folks that need a little bit more help with getting around, we're absolutely here to help them do that. So
yeah,
but otherwise people are loving just the ability to just kind of walk around, explore. We actually have walking trails on the property. So a lot of good stuff there.
yep. Hi, we interrupt this video to bring you a new video of some great upgrades we just made to the venue. And it starts with our turf lawn, followed by our second ceremony option, a brand new indoor space we're calling the Pearl.
Yep.
So excited to show this space off to you, and also excited to not be wearing that dumb white shirt that nobody told me I shouldn't wear in these videos, because it definitely made me gain 15 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
All right.
so turf lawn.
Turf lawn. So here we have lots of outdoor games that you can borrow. We can have them out for you. You just pick and choose what you want. The light is awesome, lights up this whole area. And this space is just great because the Pearl canvas can be rolled up and it can kind of like lead into this spot as well. So if you need additional seating or you want to have a cocktail hour out here, it'll still be included in that space if you roll up these canvas sides.
Very cool. Oh, we got stock tank pools over there. Yeah, I forgot about those.
These are awesome. At night, you can have them warmed, and so we'll turn on the heaters for you if you want to dip your feet in, stare up at the night sky. The lights out here are amazing.
Yes.
No light pollution, which is great for you. And the stock tank pools are always a huge hit. So
Yeah. All right. So let's introduce you to what we're calling the Pearl, which is our brand new indoor space. So this is an indoor-outdoor option because the sides of this building are retractable, so you can have a pavilion feel if it's a beautiful day outside, or you can button it up and we can cool it down or heat it up.
yeah, you got to choose one or the other because AC bills, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so this is the Pearl. So we went to Italy right before creating this space, so
Yeah.
you can kind of see a little bit of the theme.
Come on in.
So the back walls, we wanted to make sure we kept the outdoors coming in, so you get to see all of the ceremony site that you love, and those are the trees that back into that ceremony site. This space is huge. It's 2,500 square feet, so you can fit all the tables for your party in here if you'd like.
Well, specifically, it can sit up to 200 people, guests, using rectangle tables. But at the bottom of our website, we have different seating arrangements you can check out. If you have 100 people, you could do dance floor, you could do food tables and everything in here.
And then if you need a rain option, say the weather it's just too cold or there's actually rain or maybe it's too hot, this place is climate controlled, and so you can do your ceremony in here if you like. It looks beautiful. We've got these wooden chairs. We have 150 wooden chairs that you can use, and they look gorgeous in this site. Chandelier is amazing. We might do some different string lighting options for you, but this is how we have it set up for right now, and you can let your imagination, obviously throughout Wild Roots, it's basically about a palette that you can do what you want with. So we'll help encourage you making this space your own.
And so that's the indoor space, and voila, we have an umbrella because we can snap our fingers and make rain happen immediately here at Wild Roots. So let's take a quick tour of our lunchbox, which is bar, kitchen area, plus pavilion, and take a quick peek into the restrooms over there. Honey, you want to show the restrooms?
Sure. Okay, so here we have two. They're climate controlled. One of them, the one on the left, has a baby changing station. Super cute, outdoor sink that's shared. And then we'll show you the kitchen.
Hello, what can I get you?
Old fashioned.
Nope, we don't have any. So this is our lunchbox, bar service. There's two actually sets of these. There's one here, one on the other side that you saw. And we have a full kitchen in here with stove, ice maker, everything that you need.
Big fridge for your cake. Oh, sorry, I was right there. Big fridge for your cake.
And I'm looking under the umbrella. Yes, there it is, hello. Bar services. So we got a lot of different options for those.
And what he meant by two of these is there's two serving windows. So there's one here. So if you have a big party where you're, needing multiple bartenders, someone can be here, someone can be at the other side window, and you can have both lines kind of go in a little bit quicker. All right, so this way is our pavilion area. So basically here is the space that most people use for their dance floor. You've got a wall here that a lot of times is used for either a photo booth or a DJ setup. If you don't go the route of having a DJ and you just want someone from your family to run a playlist and kind of do the MC work, they can use our equipment that we'll be able to supply them. And as long as they have that playlist queued up, it should work just great. We have a TV for karaoke or for a slideshow that you might want to have displaying. The food truck connections are behind this beer garden. For decorating, if you'd like, you can grab some magnetic hooks. These containers are all going to be able to use magnetic hooks on them, and it's really easy for you just to hang plants or hang whatever you want to hang. But essentially, you can just make this space your own.
Yeah, and ultimately this place looks amazing at night.
The lights are dimmable also, so you can always turn the mood down a little bit once you get to that point.
All right, let's go check out our third ceremony site, and this one's kind of our favorite. I'll give credit to Mona. She found this one, this gem of a tree buried in the woods, and we had to uncover it. So we call this Twilight site that you're about to see, reminiscent of the Twilight movies, except maybe the budget version. I mean, I think they spent like $50 million on that wedding.
Yeah, so the great thing about this site too, It's got mulch throughout, which is awesome. It really handles weather really well. The tree is just starting now to get super duper green, which is awesome to see again. This site can easily hold 150 to 200 people. We just arrange the benches and bring in some chairs if needed. Some people bring wooden chairs to add to. But as you can see, the bride and groom would walk down this aisle. Your guest would come in through this area. If you have late guests, we have a back entrance for them to enter the site so they're not interrupting anything and they can still come and watch. A lot of people do really cool things with this tree in the background. They put either a drape in it, they'll put florals shooting up from the ground, maybe some florals in the tree. We've got arches, you can put a cross in front of the tree, lots of things down the benches. So a lot of, it's just like a palette that you can use to kind of adapt to.
I think the great thing is that you don't have to spend a lot of money on decor. There's a lot of natural beauty here. So you know, you can see the tree is great. Use our drape, gives it a little bit of flair. A lot of people are getting flowers from Costco these days, you know, having them shipped and delivered, and just those simple floral arrangements in a few spots may be all that you need.
Oh, people usually ask about power here, and there's power in this little stump of a tree here, and we can run more power if needed to the other side, but there's it's really easy to get all your sound equipment and everything working out here.
So this will be our biggest wedding spot. Before we get to our fourth ceremony site, we want to show you some of the glamping tents, which is part of our overnight accommodations. Now, whether you get the overnight accommodations or not, you will still have access to one glamping tent called Idji, which makes for a great kind of get ready space or holding space. So a lot of our ceremony sites are centrally located around here. And so what we typically do with access to the ATVs and golf cart is we pick up the bride from their get ready spot, which we haven't shown you yet, but it's pretty cool. And then we'll drive you around a back way so that guests can't see you. And you can be here in this like secret holding site until it's time for you to get ready to walk down the aisle, depending on what ceremony site you choose. So let's check out Idji. Again, we have 3 glamping tents. They're all the same. So what you see here is what you'll see in the other ones. Now, I don't know if you've done glamping before, but even your guests that aren't lovers of the outdoors usually love a space like this. So all these tents are climate controlled. They have extra heaters in them. And as you can see here, they have a queen bed. This is actually a mini fridge here. They have lighting, Wi-Fi. You have access to the drip coffee, water Berkey. We also have air beds that are available. You can see these places are pretty roomy, so if you wanted to sleep up to 4 people per tent, you could. We have the bedding for you to use. Now around this, the back wall over here, you'll find a closet space and a vanity.
This actually takes you out to the bathroom as well, super close. We'll show you that though on the other side. But this glamping tent is really cool for first looks, for time with a special person. The bride sometimes takes pictures in here with her father or her mother or anything like that, finishing the dress, getting her all ready. So just some great shots can happen in here.
Okay, we promised you a look at the bathroom and showers that each of the tents have. So we're just walking you around back. As Mona said, there's a exit to each of the tents, so you have your own private way to the restroom. This one's kind of cool. It's got a shower head in the tree. Okay, that was cool, wasn't it?
So you're not able to feel this out here right now, but it's just, I mean, this wooded area, just like the climate feels better. It's so quiet. You just hear birds in the background. It's just a really serene environment. And that's really what we wanted to make sure we kept at Wild Roots. This site, this is a little bit of a smaller ceremony site. This one sits up to 75. The sun sets behind you, so it's going to be behind those trees, which makes for some really beautiful pictures. A lot of folks, even if they have a big party here, they end up using this site for pictures. Otherwise, folks that want a more intimate gathering, they use this site for their actual ceremony. And again, you can put in the white chairs instead of the benches. This is a really great option if you're wanting, especially an evergreen ceremony all year round. This one's going to be full of greenery.
If you go to the bottom of our website, you're going to find something that says event decor. And on there, you'll have a list of items that we have that you can use at no charge. So for example, if you like the triangle backdrop that you see here, but want to use it in a different site, you totally can. We're constantly updating our inventory, and we're happy to share what we have with you.
Yep, absolutely. Well, awesome. You'll see this one of our other glamping tents. This is Eastwood behind us. If this is the ceremony site that you choose, then Eastwood would be the bride's final kind of resting stop before she comes out. This can be a get ready spot as well.
Yeah, and our final glamping tent called Clementine, you can see vaguely the roof of it over here through the woods. So as far as glamping goes, these are our part of your overnight accommodations, these 3 sites. And then we're gonna go take a look, after we see some of the reception site, we're gonna go take a look at the ladies get ready space and some other parts of the overnight lodging, which we think you're really gonna fall in love with.
All right, guys, we didn't forget about you either. So we're going to show you what that spot looks like. We're gonna kind of go through the reception area. We'll talk a little bit about our kitchen and what we offer there. And we wanna also just make sure you're aware, like as we're going through the reception area, we are open to all vendors. We have a preferred vendor list, but you are welcome to have the vendors of your choice. We've got some food truck hookups that we'll point out to you when we get up there. We'll kind of point out some spots. There's a big trend going on right now where people have food stations, and we have a lot of brides that really prefer to have, instead of a formal sit-down dinner, just kind of people mingling, walking around, having fun, enjoying the property. So we'll point out some good options for you there as well.
One of the cool parts about Wild Roots is our weekend package. You know, being able to slow down your weekend and, you know, have the place to yourself for a couple of nights gives you opportunity to take advantage of some of the coolest stuff here between hiking trails. We got a fishing pond back there, some of our cowboy plunge pools. There's no light pollution out here, so the stars at night are really big and bright. Those are some of the many features that you'll see at Wild Roots. This is one of the coolest spots on the property. This is what we call the lounge. A lot of guys use this as a get ready space, but it also doubles as a great retreat during your reception for guests that want to maybe get away from the noise. If there's a lot of noise, it's climate controlled. Well, you'll see.
Another good first look picture area if you want to use it as that, or having a cocktail toast with your parents. We always have games throughout all of our containers. But as you can see, they still have line of sight to the dance floor, which is really cool. So this ends up being one of the areas that a lot of people like to hang.
When we greeted you, right, we welcomed you and we started with the ceremony sites. When your guests arrive, they're gonna come and park out in our front grass field. So this isn't a don't drive on the grass situation here at Wild Roots. They can park along the cones, along the fence. We have plenty of parking, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Yeah, there's a lot of amenities on the property to take advantage of. So we have like these little fire nook gathering areas all around that you can post up in. And then we also have a pickleball basketball court. Now we also neglected to mention we have a ton of lawn games. So again, check our inventory down on our website. You know, if there's something fun and festive that you want to add, we've got those options anywhere from a 25-foot movie screen to inflatable boxing rings and poker tables. If that's your vibe, we got you covered. A lot of people love to camp out and hang out in this section. Again, we got a sport court light on it, so you can party all night if you want to do that. So this is set up and marked for pickleball and basketball.
Pickleball is really easy to learn. If you haven't learned how to play pickleball, or you've been, you know, just kind of a little anxious to try, this is something, if y'all have a rehearsal dinner on the property and you're staying the night, this is a really easy game for all your guests to play, or your party to play. So we're heading up to the Continental. Normally the ladies take over this spot. It's also a spot that a lot of times folks kind of come to have breakfast in the morning. It's got a double oven, a lot of space for folks to hang out in.
Now this will also double as part of your overnight accommodation package, and we'll show you how you can sleep people in the Continental.
The Continental is like I said, awesome space for the bridal party, a lot of great lighting. We typically see folks use our leaf extensions on this table. We keep them under the little day bed over there. And the ladies just use this table for hair, makeup. They'll also set up in front of the mirrors. We can bring in more mirrors if needed. The Continental sleeps 8, so there's a queen fold-out couch, there's a master queen room, there's a day bed that you'll see, and then we have a side room that we'll show you. It's got double ovens, lots of bacon, got steamer, ironing board, coffee maker, all of that good stuff, lots of fridge space for you. And then what people usually really covet is the arcade game area. So like I said, games in a lot of places. But this is the little bedroom with some wardrobe space for you. Sleeps 2. And then point out our bathroom area. It's got a pretty luxurious shower in it. Cool. So there's an outdoor shower, but wanted to make sure you're interested. There's a big indoor shower too.
Yeah, just to recap, if you're using this for overnight accommodations, 2 in the queen bedroom, 1 over here on the day bed. This is their fold-out queen couch, so that can sleep at least 2, possibly even 3. And then we're going to walk you around the side where there's a secret room that you can sleep another 3 people.
All right, so you've got a Traeger grill here. It's totally yours to use. We're putting in some raised garden beds. That's going to be great if you need some herbs for your cooking that you're doing. You're free to use that. We've got the outdoor shower I was talking about earlier. And then we've got this secret room. And it's basically got a queen bed on bottom and then an extra long twin on top. We've got some privacy room dividers in there. So if someone needs to use this as a get ready spot, they're totally welcome to.
One of the things we forgot to mention about the cooking, although you have 2 full kitchens, the Traeger grill, as you just pointed out, we also have a big smoker on a trailer bed. So if you, even though we're in the barbecue capital of Texas, if you think you can cook better brisket than what's around here, you're welcome to try it out on our smoker.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take you to some of our smaller accommodations that are really, really cool. So the first one that you're going to see is our redone vintage trailer. This is actually an Avion.
1987 Avion that's been restored on the inside.
Some of you might be familiar with Airstreams. This is just a different brand. It's got an outdoor gym behind it, which is fun. It's got a space to have your own little campfire behind it as well. And it's got the pond behind it. So this one sleeps 2. We don't really encourage putting another air mattress in here just because it's pretty limited on space. But it's got everything you need: full-size refrigerator, microwave, coffee pot, your own shower. And some people just really love seeing what it's like to stay in an Airstream.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's cool about these spaces as we're touring them is they're so much different than your typical hotel stay. So why not experience something different? Your guests are going to love it. They're going to feel like they're on a retreat or a vacation themselves.
Our heart is really to be able to show folks what it's like to live tiny. We actually live on site on the property in our tiny home, which is this one that you see. And we moved into that from a 4,000 square foot home. Now we live in about a 550 square foot home. Joe says he's never going back. So yeah, we're really big fans of tiny living.
Yeah, I was the collector in the relationship too. So the fact that I can go from putting my special things away in storage and be comfortable in a tiny home is probably pretty miraculous. This guy we call Bag End. When it comes to container homes, this is about as small as it gets. It's 20 foot by 8 foot. You're gonna love the interior.
And it sleeps 2. It's got a trundle day bed that pops up. This one has a view of the pond through its tiny little kitchen window. Got wardrobe space for you to hang up your clothes, extra bedding, fridge, and a little tube burner propane stove. And it's climate controlled as well.
Last but not least, we're gonna check out Huckleberry. Huckleberry is twice the size of Bag End, so it can sleep 4 with a fold-out couch that we have inside. As you can see from the decor, we've got this place can be woodsy, whimsical, hint of rustic, but also very modern. in a lot of different touches. So it incorporates a little bit of everything to fit into your theme. But come on in, check it out.
All right, so fold out couch here that'll sleep to. A lot of great lighting in this house as well. This actually, the RV hookups that we have are straight down this path. So folks staying in an RV are still pretty close to everybody else and what's going on. And then you can go in here and you can see the master bedroom, bathroom.
Yeah, as you mentioned RV hookups, we do get that question a lot. We do not charge any extra. We have 2 hookups, 30 amp, 50 amp available. And then, you know, you're also welcome to do primitive camping. So if you have some guests that like to bring their own tent and camp out, they're totally welcome to do that. All right, well, as we're wrapping up, so to recap on the lodging, you've got 3 glamping tents that can sleep 2 to 4 people each. You have 3 container homes that can sleep another up to 16 people. And then you have the old school RV that can sleep another 2. So altogether, anywhere from 22 to 28 guests overnight is included in your overnight accommodation package. So if you're thinking of venue rental day only, great. We try to keep the overnight accommodation package to a really low price, so it's less than $100 a person. You know, so if everybody chips in $50, you've got that paid, and it extends your rental to 10 a.m. the next day. So we highly encourage that, even if you're not doing the weekend package, but you just want to get a little bit extra time and slow down the celebration, the overnight package is the way to go.
Yeah, if you've got, you know, need more accommodations than that, we have a lot of great options that we would tell you about. So just shoot us a question about that. We're happy to provide some more information. We've got some great connections here in Lockhart. So
yeah.
happy to share.
Speaking of our vendor list, we mentioned Lockhart, and we've mentioned that it's on our website. We have a more full vendor list down at the bottom of the footer. We want you to check that out. The people we put on our vendor list are people that we like, that we feel like do a great job and charge you know, a fair amount of money. They don't pay us to be on the vendor list, so we put them there because we think they'll do a really good job for you and you'll be really happy with them. Other questions or thoughts you might be having as you consider what's the best venue for your celebration or wedding is location. Now, one of the beautiful things about Lockhart is that it's only 40 minutes from the Austin airport, only an hour from San Antonio. It's got a great central location, so if your guests are staying in South Austin, New Braunfels, wherever, they can still get here really easily. And then Lockhart itself is a great destination. The town square is absolutely amazing.
So fun.
There's all kinds of restaurants. You might know it as the barbecue capital of Texas, but there's culinary restaurants, there's bars, there's cool resale shops, there's even art galleries that are inside. So if you're looking for a place that might be a great rehearsal dinner spot or a hangout, if you're doing the weekend thing and celebrating, Lockhart has a lot of what you're looking for. So that's one thing to consider. Okay guys, I lost my wife. She's somewhere around here, but honestly she got tired of walking around and we need to update this part of the video. So let's talk about pricing. Our pricing is pretty straightforward, right? There's not hidden fees or crazy admin costs or security guard fees or things like that. It is what it is. There's 3 prices. There's the venue fee for the day you want to book. 12 p.m. to midnight is your normal 12-hour booking. Now, let's say you want to do the overnight. Well, there would be an add-on for the lodging. The lodging is just one price for all the lodging. We don't do it individually. It's just one price for everything. But again, you know, everybody chips in $80. You got that part covered. It's really not that much. And then there's a cleaning fee. That's all there is to it. If you book during our off-peak seasons, you get 20% off all those pricing. We don't charge a credit card fee, so if you want to rack up some points, definitely do that. We have some payment plans available, all that kind of good stuff. So let's say you wanted to come in the night before, which is a common question, right? Like, how do I come in the night before? Well, you'd have to book the venue for that day as well. So you're paying the venue fee for 2 days, plus the overnight fee for both nights if you're staying the night, right? Again, if it's during the off-peak season, you get 20% off that pricing. Now, the best way I can save you money on your wedding, and that's the exciting part, is by giving you total freedom to just do what you want to do in terms of bringing in your own vendors and folks. If you want to cook cook, we've got 2 kitchens here. If you want to bring in food trucks, bring in food trucks. If you want to, bring your favorite restaurant out here, Chuy's, Lupe Tortilla, you name it, do it, right? We have great bar options. Bar options are honestly some of the cheapest pricing in all of Texas. We're trying to save you money as best we can. We have a wide inventory selection that you can choose from. That's all for free. There's a lot of great ways to save money. We have sound equipment, so you don't necessarily have to have a DJ. The ideas can go on and on. Once we know your vision and what you're trying to do, we're happy to kind of piece something together and show you how to save money on your wedding. So with all that said, let's say you love the place and you're ready to move forward and lock in your date. If you're looking for a weekend in the fall, spring, peak season, we generally book out 1.5 to 2 years in advance. But our midweek options, you have a lot more flexibility. Now, I will say this, the pressure in a wedding is always to book the Friday or Saturday because people need to have off work, all that kind of stuff. Actually, that's not true. We do a ton of midweek weddings, and you're not gonna see a drop of it in attendance if you have your wedding on Christmas Day. You could do it on, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Tuesday, it doesn't matter. 80% of your list is coming no matter when you do this, so I wouldn't necessarily feel the pressure to have to pick a certain day. Obviously, midweeks save you a lot of money, and you can still do multi-night experiences and have the same experience at your wedding for less money. So something to think about. Well, let's say you're ready to move forward. Everything is digital, so we'll send you a venue agreement. Now, in the wedding industry, we highly encourage you read the venue agreements because they can get wild. Ours, you shouldn't see anything crazy or surprising in ours. It is, again, pretty straightforward. So if you have questions on it, you can always reach out to us. You'd sign that, and then we'll send you the info to submit your first deposit, and that pretty much locks in your day. We do have add-ons, but our add-ons are more fun stuff, like poker tables and boxing rings, nothing that's essential to your wedding. But if you want to add anything like that, that would be helpful or fun to create the environment you're looking for. You don't have to decide that until a month before the wedding, so you have plenty of time. We do offer linens and different things that we're always changing. So when it comes to our inventory, we'll send you a form 2 months before your wedding, and you'll list out everything that you want to use of ours. It's in our free inventory, so that when you get here, we'll have it all set out for you. And if you're stressing about, oh my gosh, do I have enough time to even set up if we get in at noon? People do it all the time. If you come organized and you have hands that are helping you and you have a vision for how you're going to set up your tables, which is usually the longest part, it goes quicker than you think. The average setup takes 2 to 3 hours at most. But again, if you like the idea of having more time, we encourage you to think about doing a multi-night stay and do your rehearsal the night before and have fun in Lockhart, enjoy the property and have everything set up so that your wedding day could be totally laid back and chill. Anyway, that's about all we got for this one. Thank you so much. If you have questions, go to our website. There's a text us button at the top. It really comes to us, not a bot. And we are here for you to answer any questions you have and help you create the best experience possible. And we just hope it's here at Wild Roots.